I'm delighted to announce this afternoon that philanthropist and IU alumna Cindy Simon-Scott and her philanthropic organization, the Sumerian Foundation, have made an extraordinarily generous gift of $40 million, the largest gift in the history of IU athletics, which will be used for a much-needed, extensive renovation of Assembly Hall.
Simon Scott Assembly Hall. I very much like the sound of that name.
Assembly Hall is getting a facelift, and although some IU fans have been hesitant towards change, IU Athletic Director Fred Glass believes this is what the IU men's and women's basketball program need to carry on the Indiana tradition.
I don't think it's too much of an overstatement to say, just like your father and your uncle saved the Pacers for Indiana, you are saving Assembly Hall for Indiana University.
What that does for people like all the other coaches that are here, Kurt who's up here with me now, all the student athletes that are here and that will be here in the future, is it gives us a continued competitive edge. It gives us something to recruit to that we already had great things to recruit to, but much like what Cook Hall did for the two basketball programs, it changed the landscape. It absolutely changed it. And that's exactly what's going to happen here.
Sometimes the bells and whistles are more attractive over in Cook Hall to 15 and 16-year-olds. But with this gift and the renovations that are going to take place over the next few years in Assembly Hall, to know that the sparkle in the eye of young recruits walking in here will not only be the parents now, but will be our future players on the women's side is amazing.
Things, of course, changed and evolved, and IU's adapted, the Big Ten Conference has adapted, and things are just, different. And I think some of the people who cling most closely to keeping, the name Assembly Hall, for example, are also sometimes our folks who are most desirous of us competing well and attracting the best student athletes and coaching up the best student athletes with the best coaches and facilities and all that stuff. And there's a little bit of a disconnect there because to compete in this environment, we need all the resources that we can reasonably muster. I hope and would expect that some concerns by some about Assembly Hall being named are substantially, if not completely, mitigated by the person that the place is ultimately being named after, because she's pretty terrific.
It brings me great pride to be able to offer this gift to IU for the next generation, not just for my children, but for future children too. I strongly believe that if you love this university, you should give back to this university.
As part of the athletic department's new Catching Excellence campaign, it seems that there will be another IU Athletics facility-related announcement coming soon. From Assembly Hall, I'm Josie Janovicius, IU SportCom.